St. Joe County hires a disgraced doctor for birth equity seminar study. I guess she had her medical license suspended for allegedly killing a baby and the mother. What is going on with St. Joe County Health?
Yeah,
oh my goodness, man.
So I sat in on a meeting with the St. Joseph County Board of Health last week, and just gross, Ben. Just gross. So they talked about this whole push for birth equity, and talked about this doctor and these seminars and all of this stuff, and they just applauded each other. But nobody's done any research on this woman, right? So essentially, what this woman is doing is pushing CRT onto having children, right? She blames any difference in the outcome of fetal, infant, or maternal mortality, right? All of that is based on systemic racism. So, and it's based on how doctors talk to patients and how nurses deal with patients. It's their fault because they're racist, and that's what's causing all of these issues, right? So the doctor, her name is Joya Creer Perry. Okay, she's out of New Orleans. She was paid $20,000 just for a seminar that she held on April 13th and 14th, right?
For one day, one seminar.
For one seminar. The county paid $20,000 for this seminar. The
county, so the taxpayers paid $20,000.
Yes.
Because of equity.
Because of equity, birth equity, crazy, like nonsense, okay? In which all she did was blame white supremacy as the reason for any health disparities between races, right? Now, this woman has been a failing doctor for her entire career, all right? That's all she's done. Now, the county is paying her even more for a survey of the entire county to figure out where these racial disparities and what exactly is happening, right? Like, how racist are our doctors, okay? It took me 30 seconds to find these red flags, Ben, on how bad of a person and how bad of a doctor this woman is, okay? All the way back to 2005, she had her hospital privileges partially revoked by Baptist Memorial Medical Center in New Orleans for not following hospital rules and putting patient safety at risk. She was told that she could get her privileges restored after she went through another year of training with an approved residency program. So she lied, claimed she was taking a leave of absence for that training, but instead she went and got staff privileges at another hospital, East Jefferson General Hospital, also in Louisiana, and never disclosed that suspension. That was illegal. She then failed to disclose her suspension to the State Board of Medical Examiners, also illegal, and practiced for 3 years before the death of a child in her hands that led to a medical malpractice lawsuit. Now, in that case, in 2007, she's accused of puncturing the amniotic sac of a 20-week pregnant woman that led to the death of that child, right? Apparently, she was looking for an IUD that did not exist and did not use an ultrasound or anything else to guide her in this process.
What is IUD?
IUD is a birth control device. Okay. Sometimes they fail, most of the time they don't. This woman, a lot of times they fall out, though. So typically, if you get pregnant and you have an IUD, it's fallen out. Well, she didn't even check to see if it was still there. Didn't check. Instead, just took a bunch of tools up and then ruptured the amniotic sac, and a stillborn child was born a few weeks later. Then she's accused of a botched cesarean, and that ended in the death of a woman. In 2008, she had her medical privileges revoked at the new hospital. Just insane. Then the state of Louisiana suspended her medical license for 6 months because of her, not telling them about any of these issues that she's had that she's supposed to disclose. She was ordered to do a bunch of things to have her license restored. She ignored that, continued to practice medicine illegally at this point. In 2009, the state of Louisiana suspended her license even further. She didn't get her license back until 2014. In 2010, She was selected by the New Orleans mayor to be the city's acting health director, but that was short-lived because the media picked up on this and saw that her license was suspended and reported all of these things, and she was asked to step down. None of this. So this woman has essentially failed as a doctor. Okay. Now she screams racism.
Failed as a human being. Go ahead.
Yes. She has failed as a human, failed as a doctor. She is the Vernado Malone of freaking of doctors, right? And she is simply,
you're killing me, man.
She's simply pushing all of this fraudulent crap, and now she just yells racism at the top of her lungs and is a hero.
This all stems with the problem we have with this Marxist philosophy, this critical race theory. It's not just a theory, you see. Mm-hmm. It's called critical race theory, but what is it really? It's a call to action.
Yep.
That's what we have a problem with, because that call to action is what caused the taxpayers to pay this criminal $20,000 for one seminar. She should be in jail.
Oh, also,
she should be in jail.
So after a standing ovation and applause at the last Board of Health meeting, talking about this woman and talking about this stuff, I decided to speak during public comment and brought up I talked for 15 seconds, brought up these issues. And the board president, Heidi Bidinger Burnett, turned off the Zoom meeting.
I think that wraps up our Real News Roundup for this week.
Yeah, that's it. So, and I apologize for the young one. We're about to head off to the zoo, so he's excited.
Sounds awesome. I'm about to take my kids to watch the new Top Gun.
There you go, brother.
We can't wait. We watched the original last night just to get them all caught up.
Yeah.
So, awesome. We can't wait to see the sequel. That's coming up here in about an hour or so. Again, please like and subscribe to this channel. Go to realnewsmichiana.com and become a subscriber. Okay, that's how we keep all these stories of all these schools that promote gangs and equity doctors being hired, and schools talking to white kids about race and sexuality. That's how you know this stuff, because nobody else is reporting it.
No.
That bearded assassin guy right there, he's doing all the legwork. He's doing all the reporting, and we got to show him some support. As always, stay informed, folks.